Good day, angels live in my town. This is Sean Connery. I was once James Bond. I'm just calling to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and to remind you that if your wife gives you a hard time this holiday season, it's not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then, but don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand. Anyways, cheers and Merry Christmas, angels, and have a Happy New Year.
Angels live in my town.
So listen the f*** up.
It's crazy.
This sounds like you actually have something to say.
Oh, good for you.
What the fuck is he talking about?
You guys are doing terrific.
This is great iced tea.
I think every American should be watching this.
What's good?
Hello.
Angels live in my town.
Merry Christmas.
Holiday special.
Holiday special.
Yes, we're back with a Angels live in my town Christmas holiday special.
Yeah, especially for you.
Yeah, this was well. We were gonna do it like we did last year. We had it at South Coast, and this year with some scheduling things, we wanted to do it at South Coast again.
They were willing. We just scheduling conflicts, kind of.
We were gonna make it kind of an annual thing.
That's the idea. Hopefully next year.
But you know, oh well, we're doing it. But we're in the studio.
Yeah, we're in the
A
studio.
little festive here.
We brought in a friend.
Oh yeah. No, I'm gonna get to the show. We got a big show today. There's a lot going on here. But I wanted to wait to introduce Carl, but not since you let the cat out of the
people
bag.
can see him. People can see him, and I could hear him breathing.
They can only see him once I cut to that camera.
I could hear him breathing. He was like breathing in my ear. It's creepy as shit.
Creepy Carl.
Creepy Carl.
Mr. Hines!
Yes.
He's in the house.
Carl's in the house. He's a background extra extraordinaire. He's probably the hottest extra in the market, in town right now.
Definitely Niagara region.
Carl's so hot right now.
He's like Hansel.
He's like on.
So hot right now.
Yeah. Hines. So he's in studio. Welcome, Carl. Merry Christmas.
Welcome
Thanks for having me, boys.
Yeah.
Glad to be back.
Thanks for being on the show. We got lots to talk about with you later.
Awesome.
We got a big show today. We're gonna talk about this Kickstarter campaign this guy's put on, but the movie Departed. He wants to re-edit the movie. I don't like that. We've got a video this guy put out. This like a comic thing because like a lot of people are gonna be shopping this holiday season.
Yeah, that's the idea.
This guy, I guess he's fed up with people shopping.
Yeah.
And he made a pretty funny video.
Well, he answers like what you normally would think if you've ever worked in retail or sales or even customer service. This guy hits it on the head with his responses to if someone asks a stupid question in the back of your mind, you like motherfucker, and you have an answer reply. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So we got that, and then we've got some other funny clips
Bunch of them.
we're gonna be playing. Yeah, you always like putting up some clips. I haven't seen any of these.
You're fresh.
It's gonna be fresh for me. We'll see what they are. I don't know. I can't promise anything. I hope
Maybe
they're funny.
some of them
I'm saying they're funny, but I don't know.
Most of them are funny, and the one's cool. One's cool.
Okay.
The rest are funny.
Okay. All right.
You're gonna like it. You can dig it the most. You're gonna dig it the most.
Top 5 reasons to be a Grinch this Christmas
Top 5
coming
reasons
up.
to be a Grinch.
Yeah, if you know, it's been last year we had top 5 reasons not to be a Grinch because it was such a lousy year.
And
We were trying to cheer people up. Now we're just like, you know what?
Fuck it.
Fuck it. No, you should be a Grinch this year.
Flip it for real.
Yeah.
We flip it.
We have a guest coming into the show, a real life hustler, Carl.
Oh,
It's kind of why we brought you in because we thought you'd like this guest.
an OG.
She's a hustler. She's the rap on her is that she is a lady of the night, but she doesn't go all the way.
Don't give.
But that you know what? It's interesting.
It's a very interesting guest.
She's going to explain it better than I can.
Yeah, and then
She's
we're
gonna
gonna
be on the show.
call her on some of her shit. I'm gonna see.
Yeah, and I don't know if we can. Maybe disguise her name. I don't know if she cares, but she's been.
We'll just call her Lady of the Night until we ask her if it's okay to say her name.
She's so far been very open and willing.
You've piqued my interest.
Yeah. Everybody needs company during the holidays, pal.
And then, but like Carl, you're gonna like this. Not only we have celebrity Carl Hines on,
Yeah.
but there's a bunch of apparently we have like a lot of celebrity secret fans, like secret
fans.
celebrity fans.
Secret.
Oh,
They're not they're celebrities, but they're secretly fans.
Yeah, they don't want people to know.
They don't want people like I don't know.
We're too risque. Sometimes,
It's a
maybe?
little
I don't know.
the show's a little risky.
Too much
and
dick joke, I think maybe.
We do tell a lot of dick
Little
jokes.
Dick in the ass. Can I say that?
I
you
think
just
so.
did.
I don't like it coming out of my mouth though.
Wow.
Something about big dicks coming out of your
Yeah.
mouth. It's just dirty. So yeah, we got some celebrities calling into the show randomly. I don't know who.
Call in.
Our producer set it up. Tim.
Fantastic.
Good guy.
And yeah, so we're excited about that. I don't know. Who do you think's gonna call in?
I'm hoping Doug from Stevensville calls in.
When Tim said we got celebrity fans,
He's
I'm
not a celebrity though.
well, he's becoming one. He's more popular than us.
You know what he is an asshole. An asshole.
Doug from Stevensville. And then Carl Hines on the show. Carl, how's it been? Yeah, when was the last time he was on?
3 shows ago.
Yeah, summertime.
Do you hear yourself on the mic?
I do. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear everybody. Everything.
I can hear me.
Everything sounds good.
Yeah, I can't bring this any closer. I'm going to be eating it if I go any closer.
Yeah, I eat the mic.
Might be a little bit low. I don't like eating the mic.
Stay on mic.
I control the mic like the Hellcat.
Nice.
Yeah. So it was last time 2 episodes ago.
We have Alan.
It was Nasty Times at Chupa High.
Yeah, we had Alan, we had Dan, and then I believe Carl just before that. Yeah, he's coming to like a regular around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
So Carl, any new stories from from the scene, from the lifestyle?
Oh no,
he's out of that.
We want some more lifestyle stories.
He's out of that lifestyle right now.
Well, you're not part of that life now.
Nah.
You need a partner for that.
Yeah, you need a partner. You need clubs. You need
not
COVID.
You are a unicorn. I thought. Aren't you a single guy who's willing to go?
No. Girls are unicorns.
Oh, girls.
Guys are just creepy single guys. Creepy single guys.
Prior to the show, I said, "Do we really want to delve into this?" Because then also we'll start bringing up the fucking poles and the penises. I don't know. So like, I don't want to.
Why don't no? We don't have to bring up poles and penises.
That's right where I go.
If we're talking about the lifestyle, you want to talk about cock rings and
that's the real lifestyle.
Penis puncture,
as they say,
piercings.
As the electricians and people work with their hands, they say down and dirty.
Wow.
I'm gonna get down and dirty.
You want? What do they call that? A Prince Philip?
Okay,
Prince
I was
Albert.
joking.
A Prince Albert? Yeah.
Move along.
I don't want to talk about the Prince Albert. But yeah, so Carl, any other acting gigs?
Still been doing background a lot.
Been killing the background game.
Doing a lot of background.
He's
was
a
very
hustler.
lucky to get on a new show that just came out a couple weeks ago, called The Mayor of Kingstown. So I got to work on that quite a bit during the summer.
For that. Yeah, that looked good.
Filmed in Kingston up at the penitentiary. So spent like a week at a time. 1 week in August and then 1 week in September.
Did you get to go in the penitentiary?
Yeah, we filmed in the penitentiary.
You were in the pen.
Yeah, in the pen.
I always worry. I've always had this idea that if I went to go visit someone in like jail, that if they close that door behind you and lock it, which they do.
Yep.
What happens if they just don't let you out? Like, who's to say that?
At some point, somebody's probably going to know that you're there, right? Like,
But what stops them? Who lets them in?
well,
From the pen?
Yeah, like if you just walked and say I was in jail and you came to visit
Yeah.
me because you're my friend, okay?
Yeah.
You're like, Mike, I feel bad. You're in jail. You need any porn, or you're bringing me some gifts or something. And then all of a sudden they lock the door and they're like, you can't leave. That's my fear. That's why I don't. If you go to jail, hopefully they have Zoom chat because I'm scared to go.
I'm
just letting you know if either of you guys go to fucking jail.
You think you'd go to visit someone in jail and then they'd think you're one of the inmates and then we'd just keep you there?
Who knows? No, not even that. They just decide not to let you out. They're just like, fuck it. They just close it up and you can't. I just always have a fear that might happen.
Well, I don't think you're like in
think it
regular
would take a lot of-
circulation there. I think you're like in a separate area than the criminals.
Do you know that though?
and it would take a
I've
lot
never
of
been
people to like. It's not just going to be one guy that goes, okay, this guy's staying, and everybody goes, okay.
Carl's too big in the background game. He's done here.
Sorry.
It's time's over.
I bet you Carl was there doing research for the part. Like, were you playing a criminal? Like,
No, I was actually a prison guard.
a prison guard. So,
Yeah, so-
or did you talk to a lot of guards and get some, some technical?
I did talk to
research?
one guy that was there because he was there as the consultant of like how things were done.
Yeah.
And so it was cool to actually talk to him and hear some of the stories that he had. And as you're well aware, like doing something to make it look 100% real isn't always feasible. So you have to have that directorial leeway. Like, we need the shot to look like this. And he goes, well, that wouldn't be exactly how we do it, but
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you need someone that's in the field.
Yeah, he's like, normally it would be this guy, then this guy, then this guy, then this guy. And they're like, that's too many people. We can only have 2. We need the scene to go faster. So you always have that back and forth between directors and consultants of trying to make it look as real as possible, but still get the vision of what the director's trying to get.
Yeah.
Well, I got something interesting. Do we want to? Carl works on sets where he's had guns shot around him. And remember, Baldwin recently shot somebody on set.
Shot someone.
Listen to my 9mm go bang.
Yeah. Carl said there are things in place, like obviously there is for safety things. When you haven't held a gun yet on set, are you? I know you've played a cop too, right? You played a cop on the one with the.
Yeah, I played cops, FBI.
And did you get a gun?
guards.
You got a gun?
Yeah.
Now, what was the process of checking that? I'm just curious.
So prop master or the firearms, the person that's in control of the firearm, if he's going to give me a gun, he's going to pick up that gun, he's going to break it down, he's going to show it to me like the barrel's empty, there's nothing in the clip, there's nothing in it.
Armor.
Yeah, the armor.
Yeah.
And then he's going to hand it to me.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to check that myself.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm not giving the gun to anybody else, then I'm going to hold onto it in that state, knowing that it's safe. And then at the end of the scene, I'm going to give it back to the armor or the prop master, and I'm going to break it down and show him that it's empty. Here, I'm giving it back to you empty.
So there's many safety features. So have they divulged the information on what the fuck happened there?
Well, to a certain degree, I think it's still under investigation, so they don't reveal it all.
Someone fucked up.
A lot of people fucked up. Even Baldwin fucked up, I think. Like, I don't think he's completely innocent. I don't think he meant to kill anyone, but
I hope not.
You don't point a gun at someone, especially when it was a rehearsal take.
Yeah, he was.
How the hell did he get a live round in that gun? That's bizarre.
That's happened one over time I can think of our lifetime. Remember Brandon Lee?
But that wasn't a live round in the chamber. That was, I guess, compacted gunpowder, and it was fragments. It was
from a previous discharge.
Right.
And nobody checked to make sure the barrel was clear.
Totally clear. Yeah.
So then the next blank actually discharged that, and it
like shrapnel. Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but since that happened, because this has only happened like once or twice in the whole history of cinema.
I think this is
Maybe
the third
3
one. The
times?
one guy shot himself. Same kind of thing.
On
Blanks.
Wizard of Oz.
No, it was he had a gun and he basically spun the barrel like Russian roulette.
Around.
But his blanks, he's
Deer
like, blanks can't do anything. And he put it to his head, and again, it's the plastic and the compacted paper.
Yeah.
But it went right through his temple where it's soft and killed himself instantly. Right.
Fuck.
So
yeah,
He
you don't
didn't
want
mean
to.
to. He was fucking around. And
yeah, he was doing stuff that he shouldn't have been doing.
Right.
Brandon Lee's one, it should have been checked in between.
Should have been checked.
But
they also think the Yakuza. There was a lot of conspiracy. There's always
conspiracy theories and
Yakuza.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like they were trying to get rid of him.
I like that.
Yeah.
I don't hear that very often.
Baldwin was told that it was a cold gun.
Which means there's no rounds in it. There was no blanks.
Whoever picked it up didn't check it, but said this is cold. So he felt it was okay to pull the trigger because he was told it was a cold gun. Now, if you're going to pull the trigger, you should check the gun first, in my opinion.
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, no, this guy did. He fucked up too.
So there's a lot of
and Baldwin's the producer on the movie, so he's definitely going to be somewhat responsible.
That's interesting.
And it looks like some other people were using the gun with live rounds, like not while they were shooting, like just target practice out in the desert, because they were like out in a desert or whatever. So they were just firing off guns like live rounds,
like fucking cowboys.
Right. So there was live rounds around when there should never ever ever be live rounds on set.
What do you think that's going to do to his Trump impression on SNL?
He's done because they have a new guy now.
Yeah, they got.
Oh yeah, they have a guy. That guy, the new guy's good actually. Who does a good. He does a good job.
I don't watch SNL, by the way.
SNL is terrible now.
I
is dog
I just
shit.
haven't watched it in years. I just don't. I'm not.
It's
up
not.
on that time.
It's become a little wokey, cringy.
You know when I stopped watching it?
Yeah.
When I started going out to the bars. I really have not really watched it much.
It used to be so good when we were young.
Well, when I was little, that's what you weren't allowed out, right?
When we had
You're a young kid.
Farley and Sandler and Norm Macdonald doing
R.I.P. Norm.
Weekend Update. Rest in peace, Norm.
That's
was
a reason
big
to be
loss.
a fucking Grinch, right?
That is one of the. It almost made the list.
Almost made the list for
but
us.
it wasn't very funny.
No.
So we didn't.
That's sad.
We like the funny ones.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into the
Talk
show.
about movies. Let's get into the Departed thing.
Okay, yeah. So this Departed thing, you sent this to me. This was irritating.
I'm just gonna explain it. I had an article. I'm not gonna read the whole fucking article. So we got this Adam Sachs guy. Have you heard this?
I have not.
It was about a year or two ago. He started this campaign. It just came across my feed. That was interesting. I like the sound of me now. You get that? Yeah. So we started this Kickstarter campaign that you've seen, The Departed, Carl.
Yes.
Scorsese's. They say his most acclaimed film only through Academy standards.
Yeah. He got the most awards for
Correct.
Yeah.
So we all agree that through them. But I mean, he was well overdue. He's we all know his repertoire or his resume.
He should have won for several other.
Exactly.
Raging Bull. It's a Goodfellas. Anyways, So they started this. Adam Sachs started this Kickstarter campaign because at the end of The Departed, Damon, right?
Matt Damon.
He's the rat at the end of the movie. Gets shot by Mark Wahlberg.
Well, he's the rat through the whole movie.
Yeah. We find out, he reveals he's the rat. And he shoots him, and then the scene, they take a scene of his apartment, and it's like the Boston skyline of something.
So like the camera, like he's like Mark Wahlberg kills him, walks out of the room, and then
motherfucker.
Yeah, and then Damon is like, you know, face down in a puddle of blood, and the camera goes over top of him, you know, and then it's pushing out to his view of Boston, where it's got the Notre Dame, the dome there.
It's a historical scene,
and it's a beautiful shot. And there's a rat that's running across the balcony on the ledge.
So you explained that better than me. So this Adam Sachs guy says that it's like a bludgeon over the head. We understand he's the rat, and that's the only part in the movie that doesn't, like, you know, it's too much.
He thinks it's too much. He didn't like the rat, so he wants to digitally edit out the rat.
Correct. So he started this campaign, and he needs to raise $4,000 for him to get all the tools online, get this to do this and remove it. And he breaks down all what it cost, what this costs, what he's spending the money on. And he says if you get it and you donate a certain amount of money, I think it was like $70, he'll buy you a Blu-ray copy, rip out someone knocking.
Keep on knocking, but you can't come in.
Rip out the Blu-ray. Maybe we have a guest. Is our guest coming in or calling in? I'm fucking with you.
Is Tim here?
The Blu-ray, he'll take out the Blu-ray, okay? And then he'll replace it with his version. Now, the only thing that's come to fruition now after this article has come out is that Warner Brothers has put a cease and desist saying you can't do it.
Yeah, it's illegal.
Well, he raised the money, but I thought the interesting topic was because Mike is a student of film.
He better give that money back.
I'm sure he did. He's a student of film, and I asked him his opinion on, like, this guy touching up the thing. See, I just thought it was wrong because it's someone else's art. You don't take someone else's art and just fuck with it. And I mean, we do it all the time. We kind of do it all the time.
We do that too.
We do it as a
parody, though. We don't say the movie would be better if you left the rat out of it.
That was the idea.
It's so stupid because he's like it ruins the movie. It's like it's not part of the plot. Like this guy misses the point.
It's over.
The movie's over at this point. Okay, it's just like a creative flourish that the rat runs out because it's symbolic of that Matt Damon's a rat and all that, but I found it more to just be like a nice little touch, you know, and maybe to like you think there's always going to be rats. There's always rats, and they're never.
Boston's full of rats.
But it didn't have an impact on the story of the movie at all. It was just a nice little creative flourish, and he didn't like it. So fuck you. Like
So can I ask two things? One, that part in the scene is how like exactly 1.2 seconds long. This is what the guy's worried about?
Yeah, he's saying it ruins the film. And other people have agreed because he reached his goal of 4,000.
So, like, just stop it before it gets to that. The movie's over anyway.
No, but that is a beautiful shot, like Mike said.
And who is this guy? Is he a somebody? Is he, like, an industry guy? Or is he just a random fan?
I don't know Adam Sachs' history. I didn't look it up. That's a good question. I think he has something to do. He has some kind of platform because he has followers. So he's opening up the door. Mike explained it. He gets shot by Dirk Diggler. Yeah. Too bad he didn't shoot him with his dick.
Wow.
He's not Dirk Diggler in this movie.
I know. He's always Dirk Diggler in my eyes.
We can mix a lot of movies together here.
He sees the booties.
So this guy asked people for money, and I hope he returned it, like Mike said.
Well, it's not his movie to change, first of all. And then some other guy... I don't know what's with people wanting to change Scorsese movies.
Oh, yeah.
But like some other guy was like the aging process, the de-aging process of The Irishman was terrible.
Well,
the
second guy did a better job.
He did do a better job. It looked way better. Like they did the deep fake with like old De Niro and Pesci movies, and it made them look just like they weren't like Goodfellas.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that Scorsese wanted that. He didn't want him to look like a young De Niro. He wanted him to look like a young Jimmy Hoffa or a young...
Yeah.
But
you know what I mean?
In post, and you're doing CGI and stuff like that, you could constantly, at some point, you have to be like, okay, we got to finish and put the movie out. Like, you could just keep going and try and improve and improve
this
and
guy
improve
does it
and
all the
improve
time
and
when he's
improve.
editing stuff. He's like a perfectionist. He's like Q-Tip.
Like, at some point, you have to just be like, okay, it's good enough. We have to put the movie out, right?
This guy, he's like Q-Tip in the fucking studio. This guy's always... That's why Q-Tip's albums are fucking almost flawless. Or Dr. Dre. He's just like it. This guy, he's harping on this guy, but he does the same thing. But I've seen him do work. He's like, does this look great? Does this look great? He's always perfectionist.
Yeah.
It's a fault a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, just that's the thing. So like, it's easy to critique somebody's stuff after that, but somebody calling?
I think we got a call coming in.
We got a celeb calling in.
We got a call coming in.
Hold that. Pause.
Hello.
Hello?
Who is this?
Oh, hello. Who is this?
This is the great and honorable Theresa Tam.
Oh!
Theresa
Tam. Yeah,
How are we so lucky to have her call twice?
That's amazing. Theresa Tam. We heard that we heard from our producer that some fans were going to call in, and we're happy to hear that you're a secret fan of the show. Thanks for calling
Christmas
in.
Special. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Ms.
Christmas,
Tam,
Dr. Tam.
Mr. Tam? Dr. Tam.
Dr. Tam.
I don't celebrate Christmas. I celebrate communist Chinese New Year.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
What? That's interesting. Is there something special that you guys do to celebrate the New Year?
Yes, we like to go into the neighborhood and find all the people that do not agree with us, and we take them to Xinjiang province for the rest of their lives.
That's terrible. That doesn't sound very fun. I mean, is that fun for maybe you? I mean, maybe not for those people. I don't know. That sounds terrible. That's scary.
I think they like it very much. Once they settled in and separated from their family, they learn to have some fun.
Oh,
they learn to have fun.
That's interesting.
That is very interesting.
So what is it? So what do you like to do? What are you going to do this holiday season for fun?
Maybe go to Texas or something.
Texas?
Escape some restriction.
Oh, I see. And aren't you the one putting all the restrictions down though? Isn't that you?
Yeah, I mean, want everyone to learn how to act and be afraid of a virus, but I need a break for God's sake. I mean, I don't believe in God, but I believe in the Chinese Communist Party's sake.
So you need a vacation because you've been working so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, gonna go Texas, maybe go Florida for a bit, visit Maxime Bernier.
Is he in Florida? I didn't know that. Maxime Bernier. He has to get out of here too. He's sick of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Well, so you don't celebrate Christmas, Dr. Tam?
No. I don't like all the bright lights. It hurts my eyes.
Well, I heard that you were coming out with a Christmas album with all these Christmas songs, though. Is that not true?
Well, we did a different spin on it. It's sponsored by a Pfizer. And we changed the lyrics so it's all about vaccine.
Oh, that's great. That's interesting. I mean, promoting the vaccines for Christmas. That's interesting. What do you have any of those songs? Can we hear one of them?
I need to think for a second. Okay. I can sing maybe one song, maybe two songs.
Okay, sounds good. Whenever you're ready.
Walking around the vaccine at the vaccine clinic. Shuttle Shoppers Drug Mart. I have another one. It goes something like this.
Tim, thanks for patching this in.
Yeah, this is great, Tim. Thanks.
It goes something like this. It goes, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Vampire Bat. He was stolen and taken to a lab. And then they put a needle in his eyeball. And they extract all the bad DNA. And then they took the DNA, put it in the Fauci's wrap, and then we made it go through the whole end. And now everybody has a disease, so we had to make a fake vaccine.
Oh, that is excellent.
Something like that.
Dr. Tim.
I can't wait to buy this album.
Dr. Tim, you got anything for us? Can you give us a little holiday cheer?
Tim told us you're such a big fan that you had a song you wanted.
That you like the show. Do you have anything to serenade us with?
Yeah.
I do my best.
Thank you.
That's all we can expect.
Appreciate it. She's
She's
really
been
coming
doing
through
her
today.
best,
She's
yeah.
really coming through.
Yeah.
Furries get the job. Furries get the job.
That's serenading us.
Furries get the job, and I make sure Taiwan gets invaded.
Okay.
Furries get... Is that okay?
Yeah, no.
Sounds great.
Okay, I do a Chinese version. Send me a dragon right now. Send me a Dragon Ball Z right now. Goku and the Roku. I'm watching Dragon Ball Z on a Roku.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dr. Tam.
Merry
and Merry
Christmas,
Christmas.
or
And
whatever you celebrate, Dr.
Or Merry
Tam.
Communist
Merry
China.
China.
Merry
Okay.
Communist
Thank you
Chinese.
for
Happy
calling in. We
Taiwan.
always
Okay,
appreciate
thank
it.
you very much.
Thank you so much.
Merry
Okay,
Christmas.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
All right, a little Christmas joy from Dr. Tam.
Wow.
Anyone believe that really is Dr. Tam?
was
You're a
a
moron if you think it is. But
That was a wonderful Christmas surprise.
thank you. It was wonderful.
I was really...
Can we get back
so glad
on
she's a
track?
fan.
Can we get back on track here?
Yeah, okay. Sorry. We knew they were going to interrupt
They
the
are.
show with calls.
Calls, yeah.
That's what happens
So-
when you write the number for the show down everywhere.
Right.
Everybody just calls.
I can't wait for our next call. Okay, so what do we got? So
we were
got,
talking about Departed, then we got into The Irishman. Carl was saying that...
yeah, so that fucking asshole's an idiot, okay? He should go fuck himself.
Well, like I said, it's already come to the end. Warner Brothers put a cease and desist.
You know, I love how people want to take the master of filmmakers' art and then like pick out one little thing they don't like and then say we don't like, we want to change it.
Make your own film.
Go make your own movie.
Yeah,
do it
or
the
just,
way you
or
want to
just
do it.
for himself. Like
Yeah, and then enjoy
when
it.
you watch it, you can be happy that it's the way you like it.
Yeah, spend
don't fuck
$70
around with
with
everybody
it.
else.
There's a million and one decisions that go into making a film. The guy obviously likes the movie, and he's like, I don't like this one decision. Like, go.
Yeah.
That really had the movie's over at this point.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Damon's dead on the floor. The rat's
Like, get
dead.
over it.
You're literally like roll credits.
Like, get over it. Yeah, I see this rat, and it ruins the whole movie. Get the fuck out of here.
It's the one imperfection he's in.
He's
Anyways,
an idiot. And you know
asshole.
what? He's just looking for some attention, I think.
He's a reason to be a Grinch.
Oh.
Anyways, let's roll on.
So
What do you wanna
yeah,
get
so
into?
that was good.
Tam was funny. Tam was funny. We want to keep going with funny and cool and shit. We got a bunch of clips to roll through. You want to roll through those?
You want to play that retail sarcasm thing?
Yeah, do the retail sarcasm. Yeah. I like that too.
Okay,
Let's
so
go
that's
that. Let's
like
go that.
that's like people who go into these stores. Now people like, there's a lot of tension. You go into stores nowadays because you got to wear a mask or you got to socially distance, and then there's like
God. Can I tell that Tim Hortons story?
there's like no inventory and prices are up. Yeah, go for
So
your
a quick Tim Hortons story. I was in the other day. Was in the drive-through lane. It was too long, so I went inside. There was this guy standing there. So you order, then you go to the left. You wait for your coffee or whatever the fuck you ordered. Okay. So he ordered. I'm standing in line. I order. He's standing there. He looks agitated. He's got his coffee in his hand and he's kind of like shaking a bit. You could tell this guy's a little upset. The girl's changing the coffee filter in the coffee machine. The guy goes, I ordered a 10-pack of Timbits. Can you get them for me, please? And she goes, I'll just be a second. She's being very nice, very polite. And she goes, I'll just be a second. We're a coffee shop. We just need to have coffee ready. And she like made a joke. The fucking guy goes, fuck you, get my fucking Timbits, and fuck your fucking coffee. Goes, I want my fucking Timbits. Then after he berates the poor girl, the girl goes, oh, I'm sorry, sir. He goes, fuck you. And then he fucking darts out of the Tim Hortons, okay? And then the girl goes, geez, he just walked out without his Timbits. And I go, while I'm walking up, what do you think I say? I go, can I have his Timbits?
Those Timbits.
What do you
What are you going to do with those Timbits? She goes, well, he paid for them. Do you want them? And I took them and I gave them to the high school kids that were in line. But that's how edgy and like how people get in customer service. That has nothing to really do with this, but I thought it was a funny story for customer service people around holiday season, just fucking edgy. Or this guy's just putting it out blatantly. Like people come in and say the stupidest shit, and this is what really people think.
Right.
Yeah. And it's fun. He's made a good video here.
This is probably
Just lost yourself a customer. You think I own this business?
I love this.
You think I own IKEA? I'm a part-time employee halfway through a 2-week notice. I don't give a shit. I'm telling all my friends not to shop here. Tell them.
This
Think I
guy's
want
funny.
5 other yous running around the store? Have him call me, I'll tell him. You think you hate this place more than me? I work here. I know the sale ended last week, but can I still get a discount? Do you hear yourself? We can't go backwards. Time marches on.
Time marches on.
You want the sale from 15 years ago, too? When's it end, Diane? You want that price? You're going to have to go through the quantum realm with Ant-Man. You know how much money I spend here? More than you should. Meatballs ain't that good. Save your money. End my time. Doesn't matter how much you spend here. We don't thank our donors.
This goes on for like another 12 minutes.
Yeah, no, well, this I think it's like, well, it's like
5 minutes?
4
Okay.
minutes. You don't have to
PBS? Every time I come here, my order gets messed up. Then stop coming. Make my
How
day.
often do you think like these are logical answers?
Every time you come here.
Oh, of course.
It's true. People just have this sense of entitlement. People are spoiled.
It's crazy. Anyway, so the point is like maybe you should be a little bit nicer around the holiday season to these fucking people working. I think in one point in the video, the guy comes in and he goes, "Oh, they got you working on Thanksgiving." And he goes, "You're fucking shopping on Thanksgiving."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Listen to him."
Yeah.
Order's messed up. Sounds like you're making the mistake. Look inward.
I
You're
love the
ordering
music
the
in
wrong
background,
shit.
too.
I'd like
Yeah.
to speak to your manager. I'd like to speak to your mother. Tell her she should be embarrassed. She raised someone to act like a baby in public. You want to speak to the manager, please? Manager doesn't know what's going on. Haven't you ever worked anywhere before? I know that's not right. I used to work here. Well, things change. Sorry they didn't run it by you first. You used to work here. Well, I used to be happy. And then you walked in. Can you just check in the back? Can you just accept we don't have it? The back ain't some magical place. What do you think is back there? Santa's workshop? The only thing back there is a clipboard with our schedules and some brownies Darcy brought in. The website said it was in stock, and what do your eyes say? Sometimes it's wrong.
Don't believe everything you read.
That's good. Okay.
It is very funny. You get to, yeah,
He goes on with these.
He's
They're
funny.
all pretty
Check
good.
them out. It's funny. It's
Yeah.
funny.
What
It's
is he on,
funny.
TikTok?
Yeah, TikTok, YouTube. You can find it.
Whatever.
anywhere.
I'm not promoting that
Whatever.
asshole.
He's funny.
He's
It was
good.
funny.
He's good. He's
Anyways,
good.
so we got this. You should be nicer. You want to roll into some more? Yeah, tell him I love that part. I'm gonna tell your mother. Want to roll into some more funny clips?
Well, we got lots of funny clips today. We got a show packed full of funny gems here.
Yeah,
Love it.
When do you want to play the game with Carl?
You want to jump into that and then we'll go into the clips?
Well, I like to break up the show a little bit. Do you want to play a game, Carl? Are you ready for
Sure.
a game? So this game we came up with last night.
Yeah,
like
we were
like
up.
we didn't have yeah, like we had so many bits this show, but we were like, let's play a game with Carl.
Yeah, Carl's here. He's here.
And I thought we'd go to our old faithful, which was it's a real film jack, because I think Carl would actually have a lot of fun with that.
He would, but it's the holidays.
It's one of our best bits.
It's the holidays.
One of my favorite.
Another time.
Dan General destroyed it.
Yeah, he's got too good of a ear.
Shub, yeah, DJ Shub.
Yeah, you saw that one?
Yeah,
Too
yeah.
good of an ear.
Yeah, he was bang on.
He
His reasoning was perfect too,
Yeah.
right?
I
Like,
know, he could hear it.
yeah, you
it's
could hear it.
It is
You
true.
can't have a sound guy.
They don't
Yeah.
put the money into a soundtrack. They
Well,
don't do
he
like a
said
final sweeten on
You get
on
those
porno.
big tits and you get the big dicks and that's where they put the money.
But yeah, I mean, he was the absolute wrong guy to do that, like to try and trick him, because he's got a good ear, right?
He knows.
He's,
got
he's
one
listening.
wrong.
He's listening.
He got one wrong, which is the first one. But
Yeah.
then he
Then
quickly realized.
he dialed it. He's like, I better stop.
dialed in here.
Yeah.
I think he was like, man, I better not fail this fucking game.
Well, yeah. I mean, so he did well. So anyways, but we decided to play a new game today.
Christmas game here.
Christmas game, sort of. It's
Well, no,
called Santa or Satan.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I love it already.
Yeah. So we have some
Quotes.
we have some quotes here, and we're gonna fill in it's gonna be like blank, blah blah. Then the
Like
the
it's
quote.
like an example.
But the
Santa is jolly, but Santa won't be there. It'll be blank.
Right. Whatever the blank would be, you have to guess whether it's Santa or Satan.
And they're famous quotes
Okay.
about the person.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's the first one. Okay.
All right.
Dear blank, before I explain how much do you know already?
Satan.
No.
Well, think about it. How much do you know it's a kid saying to Santa?
There you go. This game is tough.
Or somebody at the gates of hell. Oh,
Exactly. Well,
that's what I'm like.
This is why it's going to be a little tricky
Yeah, yeah.
for you, my
Okay.
friend. This is
Satan
Okay.
or Santa?
This is a tougher game than you think here. Okay?
Think deep. Really think about the quote. I can't remember who said that quote. Some of them I have the names attached to it if you want to mention them.
Okay.
Up to you.
Okay. But blank now is wiser than of yore, and tempts by making rich, not making poor.
Sounds like it's from the Bible. I'm gonna go Satan again.
Satan.
Oh, he's got it. That's a good one.
Yeah?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Was it a Bible verse?
It's
It sounded kind of Bible.
that was a quote from Alexander Pope.
Oh, okay.
You know who that is?
I know. Most of these are old.
He sounds familiar, but I don't know who that is.
He was right. He was like a
He's like a poet?
like Chaucer and like that time, I think.
Look at the big brain on Carl. Fucking guy. He's gonna win this game. You guys got 1-on-1.
I'm 1-1.
1-on-1. Okay. Blank knows your name, but he calls you by your sin.
That's a tough one.
You think that's a tough one?
I do.
I think it's tough.
I don't think Santa would use the word sin, but Santa
Old
like
times.
he's like sees you when you're sleeping. Santa.
Satan.
No.
Oh, that is Satan.
That was Satan.
Satan.
Not
That's
Santa.
hilarious that it's the same.
Santa and Satan. That's the one.
This is awesome. Oh, this is
Okay.
hilarious.
2 wrong.
2 wrong.
I mean, we're
right.
not keeping score.
Three strikes and I'm out.
Yeah.
3 strikes, you're out.
we
But
like
3 wins, you win the game.
Okay.
Should we give Carl another T-shirt?
I'll take a
Three
T-shirt.
win-
I'll take a T-shirt. I'll gift it.
Yeah, sure. That's
They're
a good.
apparently people's favorite T-shirts. By the
Oh,
way,
I love them.
available
Yeah.
for the holidays. Yes,
Yeah.
everybody, grab your Angels Live My Town T-shirt. I got one on.
Oh,
Yep.
we're in a Christmas shirt.
Carl's got one on.
Absolutely.
They're for sale at what's the name of the place in Crystal Beach? I feel
Beach
terrible.
Market.
Beach Market or DM us.
They have a few in stock left at
Thank
the
you
Beach
for
Market.
bringing-
Only a few sizes are limited.
We've got some sizes here. We're out of a couple sizes, but we do have a lot of left. So hit us up. Hit us up.
Hit us up. They
To
have
charity. Goes
limited
to
Misfit
charity.
tees as well.
Goes to charity. Food for
Okay.
Kids Niagara.
Okay, here's the next one.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding us, Carl.
Absolutely.
A good many things go around in the dark besides blank.
It's like good many things go around in the dark.
Titanic music.
Besides, good many things go around in the dark. Besides,
You need him to read it again?
No, I got it. I'm just trying. I'm putting both ones in and trying to see which ones. Good many things go round in the dark. Besides, good many things go round in the dark. Besides Santa.
Correct.
No, hey!
Here we go.
Here we go. 2 and 2. 2 and 2.
You better make this a good one.
This is it. This is it. This is for all the marbles here. Everybody, he's 2 and 2.
That was
pressure.
Herbert Hoover, by the way, the quote.
Herbert Hoover, the president,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
or the vacuum guy.
Sucks like a
I gotta see. I gotta pick a good one.
Oh, he's picking a hard one. Uh-oh.
we got a bunch.
Okay. Here's the quote.
Oh, he's changing. He's doing
Last
a change
minute.
up. Yeah,
Switch.
Okay. Here, this is a good one. This is a good one.
it's a good one.
Okay.
They've all been good.
If you ever have to steal money from your kid, and later on he discovers it's gone, I think a good thing to do is blame it on blank.
We should have devil worship while he's thinking.
Yeah.
Like it leans right into Tooth Fairy, but so I'm thinking Santa, but if you ever just steal money from your kid, you should blame it on.
Is that a curveball?
That's
a good one.
If you steal money from your kid, you should blame it on Satan.
Oh.
It is Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. That was a quote from Jack Handy. That was Jack Handy, which is that I think that's what was that SNL bit that Jack Handy did? What was it? Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy.
Deep Thoughts.
Yeah, that was one of my
Jack
favorite parts.
Handy.
That was one of the best.
They were good.
Bits.
So at last he loses.
Wow, I lost
Yeah, you lost.
to the pits of hell.
Not everyone can be a winner.
Not here at Angels Live My Town. We all
But you know
can
what?
be winners.
You're always a winner in our eyes. Carl.
Hey, thanks
now.
guys.
And
Thanks.
come back and play again.
Hopefully, yeah.
See,
We always like the
Satan.
game. We always like the guests to win, but
I know.
that was close.
That was the first time we've had anyone lose, I think.
That's what
They're on the holiday special.
I guess Satan won.
wins.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Satan won.
Damn.
Satan or Santa. That's fucking
Another
weird.
reason to be a Grinch this year.
Those were tough. Those were tough.
Yeah.
Those were tough.
Satan
Okay.
or Santa.
Satan or Santa.
Yeah. Let's hit him with the
Satan.
This is funny.
It was the Bart Simpson?
Yeah. So someone's at a town council meeting and then they pranked him with the
You
names.
answer to us.
Wow.
Go ahead. Yeah,
I think I've seen this. I think I've seen this.
I
Yeah.
I love when the names do. This is good.
This is classic.
And I'm asking that you do not pass this policy in Virginia.
Thank you so
in
much,
this
Ms.
county.
Thomas. We do appreciate you.
We appreciate you. Thank you, Ms. Thomas.
Phil McCracken.
Classic.
He's calling people up now, right? To come to the
Phil
podium.
McCracken.
You're telling me you don't know that right away?
Sulk. Sook.
Bring me
Mahidic.
that headspace. Was it Sulk?
Souk Edic.
Oh,
call.
we got another call coming in.
Yeah, another call.
Ophelia McHawk.
Hello.
Hello. Angels.
Hello, it's Theresa again.
Oh my god.
Teresa, hey, what's up? We're doing our stow still. What's going on?
What's up?
I don't like your show.
Oh, I
You
I
make
thought you
fun
liked
of
the
Chinese
show.
people. You make fun of too many Chinese people.
We don't even talk about the Chinese people.
I think once you did.
All you do is make fun of the Chinese people and the Chinese government.
Well, I don't really talk about them, but I don't like the Chinese government. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not really happy with them lately.
Don't say that. They will come to your house, take you to Xinjiang.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I have nothing against the Chinese government or the Chinese people.
This is why
absolutely
we don't talk
not.
politics,
We don't.
Dr.
Yeah,
Tam.
we don't even talk about politics, Dr. Tam.
Okay, good.
That's good.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
goodbye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Dr. Tam.
I don't celebrate Christmas. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you,
Okay.
Dr. Tam.
Dr. Tam again. I hope there's more than Dr. Tam calling.
I hope so too.
Jesus Christ, Tim. I mean, like Tim's like, we got big celebrities calling in.
We do. We do.
This is what Tim told me.
We do.
Tim, so far it's just Tam. Tim, it's just Tam so far.
So this guy, my question was, this guy can't tell that he's reading fucking fake jokes, or you just think
obviously
he's
not.
he's becoming keeping it professional.
Don Kiddick.
What's this one?
Don
Don Kiddick.
Donkey Dick.
Don Kiddick.
Wayne Kerr.
Waker.
Wayne Kerr.
Did you ever do this when you were little, Carl? Call people? I know Mike
Tasha
used to prank call
Tunstall.
people.
No.
No,
I don't think so.
Tasha Tunstall.
Tasha Tunstall.
Tasha Tunstall. Tasha.
Oh, you got a stumper.
It's like bumper stumpers.
Tasha
Tasha's Tunstall.
Melissa Dart.
Melissa Dart.
Are these all like?
I don't know.
Melissa Dart.
Someone's gonna leave some in the comments if you guys
Aaron
get these.
Sorkin.
Aaron Sorkin
That's
is it's a writer.
Yeah.
Aaron Sorkin.
Maybe just throwing in famous names and stuff.
Right.
Too.
Oh man.
Anyways, the first few were funny that we got right away.
I've heard other ones like that. That was.
They probably don't catch it because, I mean, in meetings like that, they probably do that like every week or every month. Like he's probably reading names and not really paying
He just doesn't
attention.
give a shit, yeah.
So.
Or he's being a professional and not laughing deep down behind that.
No, he probably didn't get them at all.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't think he did. I don't think he knew what was going on.
No, I don't think he knew what was
I think he was just reading. I think he's like doing his job. He's like in the zone. He's not.
You know what?
Yeah.
My one I used to use when I was younger? Chuck DePants.
Chuck DePants.
Chuck DePants.
Bend over.
Yeah.
The name of my Wi-Fi at home is Norma Skunt.
Skunt.
This kind of reminds me of Doug. I wish Doug would have fucking called in, but whatever.
Yeah.
It was like, who is it? Dungeons and Dragons, one of the writers of Dungeons and Dragons. His name was Harry Kuntz.
Legitimately?
Legit. His name is Harry. HARRYKUNTZ. Harry Kuntz. Harry Kuntz.
Has anyone seen the MacGruber movie?
I have, yeah.
The MacGruber movie is actually slept on. I think is one. It's a
I think it's
funny
funny.
movie, and the bad guy's name is Kuntz, isn't it? Like Von Kuntz or something.
I don't remember, but that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty good. Okay, next little funny clip Mike pulled here.
You sent me this one. You sent me this one.
I like watching the clips because I haven't seen them. I like funny clips.
Yeah, this one's funny.
This is called
the
Thug Librarian.
Yeah.
Hey there, welcome to Big Dos TV. This is the Thug Librarian prank. Excuse me, do you have your library card? Then get the fuck out of my library.
What?
You heard me, bitch.
Library card?
Yeah.
I have my UVU card.
Ain't gonna cut it.
He's dressed as a geek, too.
Do you work here?
Damn straight I do. Now get the fuck out.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg! I heard through the grapevine that you were talking shit.
About what?
About me and my swag.
I have no clue who you are.
I'm Ernie. Get to know the name.
Okay.
Because you don't want beef with me.
Okay, I've been sitting here all day minding my own business to myself.
Okay, well, you better keep it that way, because once you start beef with me, you probably won't see another day.
What's beef? Beef is when you need two cats to go to sleep.
This guy see the
Beef is
camera
when
at
your
all?
moms ain't safe up in the streets.
Excuse me, what set are you repping?
Sorry?
What set are you repping?
I'm not repping any set.
Well, you're wearing a bandana, so I would assume that you'd be repping a set.
Oh, no. Just
Well,
like bandanas.
Next time you wear that shit on my turf, you better come with something. Because you don't know shit about the street life. Now get the fuck out of my library.
He's just looking at him like,
serious?
are you?
I'm dead serious.
This is a little unreal. What have I done to bother you?
What
You're
a
repping
polite
a set
boy.
on my turf.
Dude, I'm just wearing a bandana.
Yeah, well, it's the wrong color.
Gang bang my set on every one of them. Some things, sons, they just won't change. Fools don't respect me.
All right, that's pretty good. I did see this clip
Yeah,
already.
you sent me that one.
I think I did.
I pulled the full though.
What rep you set?
Yeah.
I run this shit.
No, what?
I'm Ernie.
What did you say? What set you? What set you repping?
What set you repping?
I don't
Set
even
you
know what
repping.
that means.
Well, the color.
What the
color
fuck's the set?
The set. The gang.
The set.
Oh, I see.
Crips, Bloods.
What set?
Gang.
You're definitely
Group.
not repping a set.
I don't know gangster talk.
Matrix. Group.
I've been locked in my apartment for the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's a set you're claiming.
I have permanent COVID. I don't know if you knew that.
Mm.
No, that was a bad joke.
It's falling flat. Yep.
It's falling flat.
Crickets.
All right.
So she's trying to do a TikTok video. She thinks she's clever, and then it totally backfires on her.
Oh, I think I've seen this one too.
I think I sent it to you before too. I think a lot of these.
Hey, babe.
I've seen all these clips.
Did you know
I
that a
can't get off
bull
social
fucks
media.
3,000 times a year? Why can't you do that?
Ask the bull if he fucks the same miserable cow every night.
You asshole!
So she was trying to hit him with something, and then he reverse flipped it.
This guy's doing quite well. She's very cute.
She's beautiful, yeah.
And he's like a bald ginger, which is
That's a rarity. That's a unicorn.
Okay.
I don't know. But you know what? Maybe she's into bald gingers, and that's his, like, he's got a niche there. But I don't. Those are not typically the standard like desirable male characteristics.
Maybe.
I don't think. Yeah, okay.
What do you think, Carl?
I think that's changed a lot now. Like
You think bald's in?
Man,
You
like
think
if
ginger's in?
you go to a club or anything like that,
I like
and you
ginger
see people
girls.
there, like you'll see
I like
girls,
bald ginger
you'll see girls that we would consider like total dimes, like hotties straight off of magazines, and then the guys that they're with, we would just not consider to be like. I don't know. I'm surprised
Not
more and more
human
often.
beings, right? Like you don't look at them and be like, you're a person. you're a
Mutant from
person.
Table 9.
Put your mask on.
No, but I
shut the
just like
fuck
not
up.
necessarily like you might see this girl like decked out
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the and she's with the guy that's like got the plaid shirt on and jeans and work boots and like I don't know. It's just
He could be hung like a horse.
true. I mean, it's
You
different
don't.
things,
So
right?
you don't think when you see?
I don't
a
see
really
these
hot-
glamour couples anymore. I feel like
Here and there.
So
I just don't feel like
know,
I see
bro.
them too
Like,
much.
I'm fascinated when I see a really hot girl and then I see the guy she's dating. I'm always curious. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
You
Why
know?
not me? Or just why?
Just why? Why is it why him? Because like girls in general have tons of options.
I think people.
But again, you guys did
And
the
that
clips
guy-
before,
that
right?
guy
Like abs or
probably-
dad bod, right? Dad bod wins most of the time, right?
Well, that's 'cause
So
girls
you got
have
these
daddy
hot
issues.
girls that don't necessarily want these hot guys.
Daddy
You know what?
issues,
Maybe they do want. Because I've heard this theory that you date down so that they're more appreciative of you and they do more for you, and then they're like less likely to cheat and they'll be better to you.
I don't know
date
if it's
down.
I don't know if it's dating down, but I think girls are more into that now than just physical looks.
To dating down.
No, I just think they're like, make a girl laugh, treat her nicely, text her back, don't treat her like shit. And I mean, you're already miles ahead of guys that are good looking.
Heard that
True.
Treat them like,
Right? You can make a girl laugh.
Because guys like being like guys want to be good looking so that they don't have to be nice to girls.
Right.
You've never heard the term "treat them like dirt and they stick to you like mud"?
Yeah,
that's true.
But
It's
I don't
true.
think it's like bad boy like.
But beta
like
males
that's. I
always
think they're
lose,
being
bro.
treated really nicely, and the girls are like, "This is what I want."
I think these girls are walking all over those beta male cucks. I think that's what's going on. I don't
know.
I think that they're dating soft boys, and then those
fuck boys.
No, fuck boys.
No,
are
they're not
different.
fuck boys. Fuck boys are good boys, good looking guys.
Fuck boys are the ones that go to fuck. They
bet
fuck.
they're good looking.
The island boys.
Well, they just fuck. They just fuck. Fuck boys fuck.
The fuck boys fuck.
Cuck boys they cuck.
Cuck boys cuck.
I don't think these
fuck
guys are
boys,
cocks.
fuck.
I think they're just. I think
betas
they're more legit. Like they're like, yes, I own a truck and I'd like to go to a farm and I'd like to have a bonfire and I want to go fishing on the weekend.
That's
do you
not-
want to? Do you want to come with
that's
me
not
and
a
do
cuck.
that?
That's not what I'm talking
No,
about.
that's what I mean. And like, but he's saying that to the girl that's a fucking model, and she's
Oh.
like, you know what? I'd like to do that rather than go
Really?
hang out with this guy who's got a Corvette that makes a lot of noise when it drives and he's a real dick. Like they want somebody that's real. I just see that more. I think.
Interesting.
now.
Well, I get behind you. I'm more about real people. I like real people.
Absolutely.
I don't
can't
like people.
He doesn't
Yeah,
like
you still
anyone.
don't like people,
He
yeah.
doesn't like anyone. But it's hard to not be hypnotized by a beautiful woman.
I agree.
It's very difficult. Like when you get beautiful, hypnotizing women, it doesn't even matter what their personality. Sometimes it's
And
scary.
I think
Scary.
a lot of beautiful women don't get approached as often.
Oh,
You
so
think
then
so?
they
Because-
jump on what comes to them then. Because
Well,
they're-
not necessarily they jump on what comes to them, but I mean,
No, I don't think they jump on what
they-
comes to them.
I think they still have choices, but not everybody. People are intimidated.
But I think
right?
I think Carl's got a point in that hot chick. She's probably done the thing where she's like, I'm gonna bang this hot guy. I'm gonna go with this guy because he's hot and this guy, he's exciting to me, and blah blah blah. And then they keep getting kind of tossed aside or nothing meaningful there. And now they want something substantial. They got to find a guy.
They'll go
who's,
camping at sunset.
A little more. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
just
just
down
think
to earth,
girls
just
aren't
real.
always into
Not just
looks,
about getting
though,
laid.
either, though. They could be into making you laugh. What's that fucking dude that keeps getting all the hot chicks in Hollywood? And he's a fucking
Oh yeah, he.
Pete Davidson?
Yeah,
Pete Davidson.
Yeah,
Look at
and
his
that's what they say.
fucking
If you can make a
repertoire.
girl laugh,
Yeah, he's
And
not even that funny.
And I heard he's hung like a horse. I don't think he's funny either. But I heard he's hung like a horse.
I've heard he's hung like a horse.
Yeah.
as well.
but I mean,
Is that do you think that makes a big difference? You can be a nice guy with a big dick.
I guess so.
and that trumps all.
You only need
think it's a bonus.
3.5 inches.
Thank God.
It's called a credit card.
Thank God.
Oh.
Oh.
I've heard that.
Pete Davidson, I think, with what's her name, Kim K, right now.
You think
It's
it's
just it's the transition of the whole family, right? Like the whole family before used to date rappers and basketball players that were all black.
Yeah.
And now everybody's with a white guy.
I heard Mr.
They're all with white guys now.
I heard.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, they're all with white guys
Wait,
now.
Chloe's dating a white guy?
Isn't Chloe with
I can't believe we're talking about the Kardashians.
Sorry, we can skip
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry. Sam,
I want to know who
brought
Chloe's
this up.
dating. Shut up.
I don't know. I'd have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure
Isn't one of them's dating Travis
Scott.
Travis Scott is
and
the other
Machine
one's-
Gun Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly's
Travis
dating.
Scott's a Satanist.
and now Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson.
Like-
Machine Gun Kelly's dating Megan Fox.
Oh, is he?
I think
Yeah.
they're all. I think they're all Satanists. I think that's the. I think forget
Or
about their skin color.
Santa-ists.
Forget.
Or Santa.
Or Santa-ists.
I don't know. If this is Anyways,
Full circle.
are we?
We're getting off the train here. Train off the
Are we
tracks.
ready for our guest now?
Do we want our guest now, or you want to do top 5? You want to do that? All right, we want to do top 5 or call our guest?
Top 5.
There we
Top
go.
5. All right, let's fucking pick it up a notch.
Okay, top 5 reasons to be a Grinch this year. This year, not a great year. I thought 2021 was going to be better than 2020. 2020 was fucking terrible.
We tried to cheer you up last year.
Tried to cheer you up, give you reasons to not be a
Self-point.
Grinch. But this year, we're telling you the top 5 reasons you should be a Grinch. this year.
Just fuck it. Accept it.
All right, top 5 reasons to be a Grinch this year. Number 5, due to vaccine mandates, Santa was forced to lay off half of his elves this year. So, he'll be working making toys. Worse yet, the other half won't be making any toys either, as they will be forced to make booster shots for children. So, no toys this year, kids.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
okay, but lots of boosters. Hey, safety first, right?
Omicron.
Number 4 reason to be a Grinch this year. Nobody's watching Angels Live in My Town.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, no one's watching the show.
That's
So
a huge reason to be a
that's
Grinch.
I'm fucking
I'm
about
bummed.
it. Yeah,
Fuck
I
you guys.
Do a lot of work on this fucking show, writing all these jokes and getting Theresa Tam to call in. Theresa Tam's a fan of
What's your highest volume watched episode?
We're not going to get into it.
All right.
Okay, Carl?
We're already
All right.
depressed.
All right.
Let's not fucking ruin it, pal.
Number 3. Top 5 reasons to be a Grinch. Number 3. Shortage supplies have resulted in people's favorite holiday drink, eggnog, being sold out.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Coincidentally, Peter North has started an eggnog company.
Oh, Peter North. Represent East Coast Halifax.
Peter North's Canadian?
He's from Halifax. I used to drink at the bar with him all the time.
Oh.
He'd be at the...
She knows Peter North? Like, personally?
This is the top 5 that we're getting into.
Jesus Christ.
He'd just come in, right? Because he's from Halifax. So he'd
No
come...
wonder he was
Let's
part of
bring
the
this
lifestyle.
back.
Yeah.
He'd come to the Palace, which was the bar that would stay open the latest.
He makes a good eggnog,
interesting.
apparently.
Beer can.
You only really...
That's his nickname, right? Beer can.
I didn't know that. I thought, yeah. So, anyways, you only really get that joke if you know who Peter North is, and you're probably a dirtbag if you do. So,
Cheers.
Cheers to that. I wrote the joke. So. Number 2. Okay, the number 2 reason to be a Grinch this year. Merry Christmas, Mariah Carey. Okay. Now, the number 1 reason this year to be a Grinch. 2 words. Justin Trudeau. There you go. And that is the top 5 reasons to be a Grinch this Christmas holiday season. Take it from us.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
everybody.
Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I think it's time for the guest to come on.
Yeah, you want to call that in? Patch that in?
We're going to patch that in now?
Yeah.
Okay. A real life hustler, Carl.
Oh.
It's kind of why we brought you in, because we thought you'd like this guest.
Yeah.
An OG.
She's a hustler. She's the rap on her is that she is a lady of the night, but she doesn't go all the way.
Message you, I find you, like if I find you on Craigslist, like what's out there? Like I find you on, or is there like a site?
I post on Arrows.
Okay, so I find you on Arrows. Let's just go through the situation. I'm a lonely guy, married, maybe not
I know,
married.
I'm
Let's
hoping
just-
somebody calls while you were doing this.
This would be amazing. I would love that. So I'm John
I might
Doe,
vote you just-
and I'm like, hey Ashley, I would like your services. Is that what they say? Like I want your services, or I like to go on a date. Let's just pretend I'm calling you. They call or text.
A lot of guys text now, which I prefer because I hate talking on the phone.
Okay.
But then
Well, for
they're
the-
just like, hey, I want to get together. Are you available?
Okay, for
So
the
some
sake of the
people
show,
don't go about it.
let's say they called you. I'm going to be the guy. Okay, I'm going to call you.
Okay, go.
I've got your number off whatever you called the site. I'm sorry.
86753.
Okay, so I've called you. I'm like, hello?
Okay, this is my fake Sarah voice because I have to act.
Okay.
Sarah's your alias?
Sarah's your alias?
Ooh,
Okay.
I like this. Hey, Sarah.
Hello, hi. Is Sarah
Hey,
there?
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
So did you want to get together? I get so annoyed with this small
Going
talk.
right to the point.
Right to the point. Okay, yeah, she cut me
So,
off already.
Are you in Austin? Did you want to get together?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, what do you, like, sure. Where would you like to meet?
My donation's $500. I take cash or Venmo or Cash App, and as long as you have that, we're good to go.
I have to pay that up front, sweetheart?
I want to give her that money right now.
Okay, by the way, these type of calls, I hang up because it's not even worth my time.
What did they say? I'm sorry?
You're wasting her
worth
time.
my
You're not getting to the point.
Wasting my time. If I have a potential of having to sell myself, because I don't sell myself, there's pointless. Like,
She's already given you all the info. She's like, it's $500 my donation. Send that. We're good. And you're like,
some guy-
you're asking this question, that question. She's already like, I'm done. Bye.
No, if you threaten me, maybe not getting my money going there, I don't want to waste my time. I'll just go on to the next call. Unless like I kind of need the $500, and then I'll just kind of work with that. But 90% of the time.
And so when you say that they have to give you that $500 before you even meet them, right? Like they Venmo you the money before.
Oh no! The second I get there are some guys that Venmo me, and I'll still go on calls because then they have money to tip typically. But
Yeah.
I had some guys Venmo me $800 the other day, and I still made $1,500, or I made an extra $1,000 doing my full service.
Do you dance for them at all, or like?
She shows up. Look at this.
So awkward. Could you imagine my dance moves, my little shimmy?
She does the shimmy.
So,
yeah.
So you go into the washroom. I'm
She's a
still,
shimmy
I'm so
dancer.
confused on this. You show up to the room. Let's say you show up to the hotel room. You're saying within 30 minutes you're out of there. They're done in whatever 30, 40 seconds jacking off. You go to the washroom. You change into a shitty bra and panties or whatever you're wearing. Maybe nice that day. Who knows? You've done.
I mean,
They're just not like,
I basically no. It's a nice bra, but it's been in my purse for. I mean, if you flip it over on the inside, you can see like because I carry Astroglide and that thing's still all over the place.
Okay.
Like 50,000 times.
You come out of the washroom in your bra and panties. This guy,
and some heels.
Okay, obviously.
Sexy heels.
Sexy heels. Fuck me, pumps. So you're already you're
I get them from Ross.
Okay, and you're like, okay, do you start jacking off, or they're already hammering over?
Oh no! So I tell them, okay, well, why don't you get nice and comfortable like the day you were born? I'm gonna go ahead and get comfortable. And they have to get naked because that way, if they freak out about the feed,
they're not chasing you. They're not chasing
their
you.
shorts to put them on.
Yeah, I get that. That makes sense. I figured that.
They're vulnerable.
Yeah.
Keep vulnerable.
Like
No
George.
guy has ever ran after me with his dick flinging everywhere.
Right.
Me, I will run out naked in 2 seconds. I could give a fuck.
Give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Because you know what? At the end of the day, people are going to trust the girl who's running naked screaming, this guy's trying to rape me, than the guy who's like, hey, this girl just ripped me off.
Now,
you know what I
running
mean?
with ding dong just.
Are you worried that our
Right?
4,000 or 200 followers are you're divulging this secret?
She's Sarah. And I bet she's got
Sarah, I want to hug you like a bear.
No. So I go out.
And they're not
I'm just,
often. I don't think.
okay, well, so have you ever did this before? I'm going to explain how I work. And so all those things, like there are certain things I say in my speech. This is how I work. And so then they kind of get the gist of how I work, and they're like, "Oh, so what do I get for the 500?" I'm like, "Okay, well, unfortunately, there's no touching. I do keep my lingerie on, and I basically talk dirty to you while you jack off. Did you want to have a little bit more fun? I'm sure you do." And then they're just like, "Well, because I'll still take." If they have $40, I'll still take it and do the same fucking session as my $500.
Right.
That's good to know.
I bet you these guys, though, they're like thinking to themselves, man, if I give this girl enough money, she's going to fuck me.
Yeah.
She's going to do it.
That's
And,
the
like,
end game.
and so she's dangling that carrot to the, you know what I mean?
Okay, so I used to do couple calls when I first started with this girl. And I worked with her for maybe like 6 months and I went on my own. I just needed to get trained to where how I work now. But she used to have me go on couples calls, and I was in there for a motherfucking hour trying to convince a woman to spend money when you're not actually getting a direct answer of what you're getting for it. It's so hard. But it's usually the guys are like, let's do it. I'm going to give my own money. And the girls are just like, and so what I do with the couple calls, I would ask them, like I would just stand there naked and just tell them how to have sex. That's the only thing I do.
You just watch.
Now,
I would watch people have sex.
Now, actually, are you into women as well as men? Are
I
you into
used
women?
to dabble in my early 20s, but that's gone.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, but would you, on these calls, like let's say if it's a couple, and the woman's like, I want to be touched, would you be more inclined to touch a woman than you would a man or no? No,
that's a good question.
No, that's not worth my time.
No. Okay.
Yeah, because they're not going to spend the
For
money.
that guy's benefit, 100%.
Girls are much smarter than guys. They won't waste money on the day.
Well, girls, they need to know details. The guys are just like, oh, full service. That means sex. I'll pay that. And then they're just laying there like excited. I'll start my session. I'll get naked and I'll stand there. I stand a little closer with each amount of money. So I'll stand there. I'm like, okay. And I'll give them the lotion, put it on their dick. And then they're starting to jack off. They're like, so when are we going to start? And I'm like, no, this is my full service.
Oh. Now let me ask you this. Because I'm sure lots of 3,000 dicks. Out of those, there must have been one cock that you must have been like, Man, this guy's kind of hot.
Whoa,
I still think like that, by the way.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, has there been
back to our conversation earlier?
Has there been any clients of yours though that you've been like, wow, I'd actually fuck this guy?
Yeah,
You
but
know?
then I'm just kind of really turned off by it.
You're turned off because he's paying for it.
Uh-huh.
I see. So
That's kind of a compliment, though. No,
it's a compliment to her.
that's what I'm saying.
But it's kind of it is embarrassing for the man a little bit. You know, you got to pay for sex. A little embarrassing.
It's weird. I mean, it's kind of rare. I mean, okay, so the cuter guys, they are the ones that are a little bit more arrogant, and they're like, I didn't even have to pay for this. I'm like, but you are.
Yeah, you've contacted me, asshole. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, and then those ones, they never tip. It's like pointless. I'll even walk in and like kind of roll my eyes. I'm like, it's gonna be fucking.
You're like, oh fuck.
Pretty boy.
No, I love the golf
Hey,
dads.
fuck boy.
The guys that go away once a year. They probably did a little bit of cocaine, you know, and they're just like, saved up for this.
He's traveling. He's away on business. He's got a hotel room for the night. I get
And
it.
it's crazy. Each hotel has a different, like each hotel in Austin has a totally the same type of guys stay there. It's like the JW Marriott, one of my favorite ones because they are in town for conference. Like the W, I do not see anybody that stays there. They're too pretentious, and then they're very arrogant. They don't like getting ripped off. Yes, I'll get like $1,000 fee every time, but it like ends up being like intense. So I don't even fuck with
I figure most people don't get like getting ripped off, but
Oh, no one likes getting.
But you're right. There's rich guys that are like,
But I'll
whatever.
be really
It's $1,000.
like-
Who gives a shit?
No, that's what I'm saying. The $1,000 calls, they don't even really care. It's the $500 fee. And then I'll feel bad sometimes and I'm like trying to sell. I'm like, just take my session. The release will at least be worth it. You'll feel like you got something.
Yeah, you got something out of it.
Do you get
Some guys are like, no, leave. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I got my 500
I don't
already.
do I'm sorry.
Do you get a spike
And then with
around the
Venmo-
holidays? You get a spike around the holiday season?
I don't. It slows down when it's cold. There's not as many horny guys.
Is it cold in
But
Austin?
Gets the dick soft.
it's like 40 degrees at nighttime. I mean, it's like 80 right now, but
Fucking beautiful.
I know.
it's like 80
My dick's
all
getting
week,
hard thinking
but
about that weather.
nighttime-
And that
At
yeah,
nighttime it gets cold. Like it'll be 40 tonight.
no one likes
Ew.
to fuck in the cold.
No, but when summertime hits, people are like feeling it. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Like around March, my season. I'm seasonal too. It's kind of crazy.
We
It's like
were
March.
wondering. We thought maybe the Christmas season's good for
Yeah,
retail,
that's
but
what
we
we were
weren't
trying
sure
to
if
say,
it was
yeah.
good
I
for.
think it might pick up a little bit because COVID is past. You know, like people are starting to travel more. So I think it'll be a good.
Do you advertise yourselves as vaccinated? Do you like put that on your ads? Like I'm vaccinated.
Oh, that's
Not in
guys
Texas, guy.
Yeah,
I had to wear my mask on one of my calls the whole thing. I was like, this
You
is
definitely
cool.
weren't doing anything with that mask. Does anyone ask you to put on a mask?
Yeah.
He told me not to take it off.
Okay.
I was like, okay.
Put past
Oh
her.
my God.
Maybe he likes that. Maybe he
Maybe
just
he
likes
likes
the eyes. You know, you never know what people are into.
What I was.
I know he's Indian too. So in Indians, like there are a lot of girls that don't go on this call. So I get a lot of them and I take them every time because they're like huge pussies.
Indian
And
guys,
so-
they're beta males. They're cucks.
Only different ethnicity. That's the only different ethnicity that I'll see.
Or are they? Because
Not-
they're very respectful of women. Is that it? Or
No, they're grabby. The second I get there, they're like trying to like touch me. I'm like, you need to sit down. So I'm like, dominant.
they're like,
I'm
yeah, they're like
with
children
them.
at a candy store. They're like, stop it, you know. Not for you.
Yeah. No, I gotta shut those ones down. And it's funny too because they definitely are super uncircumcised. So they're like anteater dicks.
And that makes a difference when you got to look at it. Your job is to look at it. You got to look at it. And you're like, I don't want to look at that.
It's crazy. The second I leave, I don't ever even think about them unless they have like micro penis, and I can't help it. And I gotta call all my friends. But
What size is micro penis? I would like to know.
okay,
She's
let
seen
me.
3,000 of them. So.
Okay,
She could
so
probably be
here's
the.
a little.
She could probably tell us.
Show me with your hands what size erect is.
Yeah,
on
why
your
don't you tell us what
Okay, I'll
average
show you
is?
with my thumb. Okay, so here's my thumb without the nail. That's a micro penis.
And that's erect?
So the guy I've seen a guy jack off like that, and then one guy jacked off like this.
Oh my god,
I feel fine.
Yeah.
that's pretty sad.
And like
Yeah.
two of the guys are married. I'm like,
That's a reason to be a Grinch.
ouch.
That's terrible.
A lot of guys call me. They're into like weird fetish stuff. I had a diaper guy called me the other day. That is a thing on Howard Stern. They have a
Did he want you to change his diaper? Was that
He
what was
wanted
the
me to
diaper thing?
put on a diaper. Well, this guy, so he gave me an extra $400 or $500 tip for what I don't even know. So I just got naked and stood there. I don't even.
Did
think
you
it
put
really
the
mattered.
diaper on? Is the question.
He wanted me to put the diaper on, and I was like, no. And he was like, well, can you at least just put the straps over if I set it all up? And I'm like, fine. And so I just put the little tiny straps.
For $400, I'm putting on a diaper. No fucking problem. You give me $100, I'm putting on a diaper.
That was $900.
Oh,
I was just like,
I'd put on diapers all week.
he wanted me to put a diaper on, and I was like, no. I already knew he wasn't going to tip anymore, so it's like I couldn't cater to it at all anymore.
Yeah.
And so then there was a full onesie outfit. He wanted me to put that on, and I'm like, no. And then there was a dildo in there, and I was just like, what are you doing with that thing? And he's just like, well, can you use it on me? And I'm like, I don't do that. And so I picked it up with the towel, and then he just sucked on it while he jacked off.
He sucked on the dildo?
Oh,
We're
yeah.
going right over the edge here.
So is that
today.
the weirdest? Because I was going to
Every
get
time
into it.
fucking Carl's here is bad juju.
I mean, do you want to hear about the weird shit?
Yes,
I do, actually.
Well, I was
Obviously,
gonna say, like,
obviously.
she's had a lot of experiences.
So my grossest call I've ever went on,
Okay.
and it took me a while. So I just got goosebumps. It took me a while to even really start telling the story. Okay.
Because it's embarrassing for you or the guy.
No, I don't ever get embarrassed.
Okay.
And
Good.
the call, it's like, no, for the guy, and it was crazy too. So there's a lot of guys. They're like, oh, do you want to see me shoot my load in my mouth? And I'm like,
What?
Yeah.
Slow
many
down.
Oh, this guy
Go
wants to talk about Prince Albert all the time.
Go slow. No, I'm okay with her talking about it. I just want to slow down and get the details. So the guy says, hey, I'm going to jerk off, but I want to put it in my own mouth?
No, so I'm talking dirty to them. So my dirty talk is like, oh yeah, just imagine me sitting on top of your cock and all that stuff. I say that to them. So then they're just like, I'm like, ooh yeah, stroke your dick or whatever. And then he's like, oh yeah, what if I shot a load in my mouth? And I'm like,
What if I shot a load in?
Do it.
He wanted to shoot a load in your mouth.
No.
In his own mouth.
He knows the answer, yeah.
He wanted to shoot a load in his own mouth.
There are a lot of guys that want to do that, and then the second they come, which they don't do, then it's like crickets. They're so uncomfortable, and I'm just like, I don't fucking care.
So they're like, what if I come in my mouth and you pretend like, yeah, that's hot. I want to see that, and then they come in their own mouth.
I never get grossed out. I never turn away. I can make really good eye contact with anyone while they're jacking off, and so I make them feel confident where they can come faster.
If a guy asks you to shit on him, are you open to that?
There was a guy that used to buy my shoes. I would meet him at the Hobby Lobby parking lot. It was like a craft store, a big one, and I would take off one of my shoes so he could see my feet, and then he would go through and decide what shoes he wanted to keep of mine, and I would pay him. He would pay me $100 per pair of shoes, and he was a plumber, and he wanted me to shit in a bucket, and he wanted me to put it in my refrigerator for the next time I called, and I'm like, no. I don't even think I feel comfortable shit.
He wanted you to shit in a bucket.
You wanted to shit in a bucket, put in the fridge. And keep it fresh. You gotta keep it fresh for when
you open it.
When he's ready to come over.
Once it comes out.
I would.
Do you think he's
I would
gonna
hit the
eat it?
thrift store. I'd hit the
We're
thrift
done.
store and buy shoes and resell it to him.
So he likes shoes. He likes shoes and shit.
So he liked. So there are. Because I show my feet in my picture, and so 70% of those guys call me because they have foot fetishes. I had a guy last night. I was like, "You have such pretty feet," and I'm like, I don't ever respond to the ones from the night before because it's pointless.
What do you think? What's the one fetish that some guys had that is just shocked you that you didn't even know existed?
Oh God, hold on. Oh, that one's so
Oh, please do it live.
That guy is not worth it. That guy calls me all the time. I should block him so I don't get that one anymore.
I'd like to hear you talk to him on the phone.
Yeah, me too.
No, I am not. That guy is really annoying. But I probably will get another one. It's been ringing a lot this morning. What did you ask?
I asked you if there was a fetish that someone's come up to you with and been like, I want you to do this. And it's blown your mind. It's blown your mind. You didn't even know it existed. If there's any fetishes.
No, I don't think anything really blow my mind.
Okay, well, what's the craziest? One you didn't even know.
Yeah, so surprise us.
There was a guy, he was a pilot. Sorry. He was a pilot, and I only saw, because I look around the hotel room just to make sure they're not a cop or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I did have a cop call one time, and it was so annoying. Like I was standing there in my bra and panties, and the guy was obviously like acting really weird. And he's like, "Oh, do you have a condom?" And I was like, "For what?" I was like, "We're not fucking."
Yeah.
And that guy just was annoying me. And all of a sudden, the undercover cop comes in with the 2 police officers, and they ran my driver's license. And so this guy was trying to like tell me that he was going to send the footage to the judge and see if they could arrest me for hustling. I'm like, do you think I'm that fucking retarded? Like they're going to be the ones to charge me? I'm like, go away.
Yeah.
So then I left. But so this guy, he was a pilot. So he had a carry-on bag. So, okay, I start the call. I think he tipped me an extra $500, which I don't even know why, because I did absolutely nothing. And for what he wanted. And so he's like sitting there and he's like, hey, he put a towel down. That's when I was just like, something's going in his ass. So, and
you see a towel and that's automatically what you think.
You want someone in his ass, yeah.
I
so
think
he was just like, hey, open that drawer over there. There was like 20 dildos. And so that's what I'm saying. He only had a carry-on. So did he go through the security, the TSA
with
line?
20 dildos in his bag.
I'm just like, did the guy open it and he just like kept straight face?
Have a good day.
Well, he's a pilot, so he probably didn't have to go through normal security.
Yeah, they probably already
Probably
pre-examined
not.
or whatever.
The fact that this pilot, though, took a carry-on and all he packed was fucking dildos just showed you how much he fucking loved those things.
What's the party?
Okay.
That was probably the most important thing to him. Shaving cream, like
You can buy that
toothbrush,
anywhere.
gives a shit. Well, make sure I got all my like a fucking briefcase full of dildos. Could just bring one.
Yes.
Because he
That's
doesn't
what
know
I
he's
was
gonna be
like, I was
feeling that
so
day.
taken back by that. And I was like, all right, whatever.
That's-
He's like, well, what, could you use one on me? And I was like, I don't touch those things. And he's just like, well, they're all clean. I was like, okay.
I don't know
so
where
I grabbed
they've
a
been.
towel. And he's like, pick one out. So of course I go for the creepiest one, is a 2-headed dildo. So I'm like, here you go. And so then he started fucking himself in the ass. And then he's like, hey, can you record it? I'm like, that's kind of weird. I've never had a guy ask that. So I recorded him doing it.
You're a director
and
now.
so then he's like, this is where it gets a little mind blowing. So then he goes, you're right.
What is no, go.
He goes, oh, why don't you, I almost forgot. Why don't you open that refrigerator right there? I was like, okay. And so I went in there. I was like, we got some food, something. There was a Snickers bar, and this motherfucker sliced it on the side already, like pre-sliced it. So it was just an easy, it'll just slit down so I could get the candy bar out, the Snickers. And
Always
he
satisfying.
was just like, well, what should I do with it? And I'm like, he's either got like a weird food fetish, he wants to jack off. And then I was like, stick it in your butt. And then he put it in his butt, and then he put the dildo after. And then like a full minute in, like my cheeks are getting goosebumpy. So then maybe like a minute in, he goes, what should I do with it? And I go, what the fuck?
You told him to eat
I'm
it,
like,
right? I hope.
Eat
Eat it,
it?
motherfucker.
Eat it? And then, oh my God, that motherfucker ate it. He ate the candy bar and then jacked off and then came like 3 minutes later.
So he shoved the candy bar. He shoved the candy bar
This is
up
the
his
crazy
ass
part.
with a dildo behind it. So he jammed it right
Behind
up his
it,
rectum.
behind it.
And then he's like,
Behind it.
"What do you want me to do with the candy bar?" And you said, "Eat it," because that's the most logical thing.
No,
That's
it
what
was
I'm
with a
thinking.
question mark. I was like, eat it?
That's what he wanted you to say.
Yeah, I would
It was
have
a
been like,
leading
"Eat it,
que-
motherfucker."
So a leading
Like-
question, like, what do you mean? What I want you to do with it?
Obviously, eat it,
I didn't
asshole.
want you to put it up your ass and then shit it out.
Obviously, eat it. It's a
I
fucking
was
Snickers bar. It's
I want you
delicious.
to put it away.
He's just
And
hungry.
what's crazy about this guy, so guys say stuff right before they come and they get super embarrassed and they're just very quiet. This guy was like getting up, went to the bathroom, and I'm just like this.
I guess it's too much for our listeners.
And it's crazy. There was a small fucking window that I could have sent that video to myself, because it's like, who would really believe that? But
I
then
believe
I'm
you.
like,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
the only person in the world to have to see that. It took me a while.
That's a crazy story.
Dude, how do you top
But
that?
then, you know, then like
I don't
guys
know where we go from here.
gone.
Do we go anywhere from that story? That's amazing.
That's incredible. I mean, that's
Is it-
horrible. That's horrible.
It's horrible. I know, that was like
But he paid
8 years
he paid
ago. and it was
$1,000.
like,
He paid $1,000.
oh, 900.
$900 to put a Snickers bar up his ass.
Well, the Snicker bars was the
Shit
Snicker
it
bar was
out,
at least 99 cents. So.
Eat it.
And
jerk
then I
off
was
on
just
himself.
like, oh, maybe you should have used which I think it was probably the Snickers bar just got warm.
It was
but,
all
you know,
melty and
He
stuff.
had a bunch of like either poop or something on the
Okay,
towel.
okay. Now we're hitting a level
But I was
that
like,
should not be.
maybe you should have sleeping out. He's like, "Are you too?" Like just blushes. I was like,
that's what you torture people with Guantanamo Bay with, you know?
Snicker bars?
Yeah, if someone told you like this prison guard snuck a Snicker bar up my ass and then made me
eat it, you'd think that was torture.
torture.
I thought it was so
This guy
funny.
paid to do it.
Snickers bars.
I think you would have to pay for someone to do that unless you really got a woman that's really into some
So the
freaky
fucked
shit.
up thing is he wanted me to, he videotaped it, or I videotaped it for him. There was at one point I was videotaping
You wanted to
it.
relive the moment over and over again.
I had to turn my head, and I'm good at making eye contact and making people feel comfortable.
I feel like I
with
could have
that.
watched that. I feel like I could have watched that, no problem.
You could have watched him eating a
I
Snicker
mean,
bar.
it's like that two girls, one cup, right?
If you would have said, "Hey, that Snicker bar's up my ass, I'm
That's
gonna
two.
eat it,"
Two
I'd be
girls,
like,
one cup is really gross.
I've watched that too.
That's so gnarly.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's
worse.
not that bad.
That's pretty bad.
I've seen worse.
That's making me retch.
Retch. Well, do we want to end on that? I think maybe.
Why do you want to end?
I don't know.
There's so many stories.
Oh, Jesus!
Tell us
I
another-
top that.
Tell us another one.
Do you have any that one?
Do you have any Christmas stories?
Yeah, do you have any Christmas stories? Her business goes down around this time, she said.
Oh, so some guys, so I had a call the other day, and I went over there. I was wearing some bell bottoms. I think I was like out. And so there was a guy, I went over there, and maybe because of the way I was dressed, it was like kind of, flower child. And so the guy was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're just not what I was looking for." And I was like, I did not drive over here for him to even think that, because that was me in the pictures. He didn't even see my tattoos at that point. And he asked me to twirl for him right there, disrespecting me. I do not need to sell myself.
Right.
So I'm like, okay. I'm like, you have the option to take my session or not, but I'm getting my money. And he was just like, "Well, I'm not paying you. So this is what I do. I cannot hold myself, but I still think it's so funny." I stood there and just started screaming at the top of my lungs to where he like got his wallet and handed it to me. I'm like, "Okay, thanks, bye."
He's screaming.
Yeah. What was that? Is that Rambo?
Yeah, you gonna say hi?
Yeah, say hi to Rainbow.
Vision against the Hauser.
Nope.
No.
Guess
Rambo
again.
seems like a
Probably a Roddy.
Guess again.
Probably a Roddy.
Nope.
No.
I'm gonna give him a haircut today. He finally grew his hair out, so I can really do his mullet.
Nice.
That's
That's
Rambo.
Nice.
Fuck.
I love it.
Feels a little cocaine.
I love it.
It's what he's got a cocaine
My cat's
dot
more
collar.
fierce than that fucker.
And then he's got like this mullet back here, but I'm gonna do it, extend it down here and do it black.
Yeah, he's
So he'll
looking
really-
good. Well, that was great. Any questions more? Any questions for Ashley? Ashley, how long do you think you're going to be doing this for? How much longer?
Oh, I want to do this until I can't. Like if I have a baby or something. I make so much money. It's like pointless for me to stop. And I'm never going to date somebody that's going to force me to stop.
The
It's
hustle
like if you
don't
get
stop.
paid-
The hustle don't stop.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I don't see the point in it right now. And then after, when I have to, I'll write a little book. Bada boom. Or if some girls, so I used to sell my speech. So my speech is where that's how I make all my money, is that one speech. And so I will probably sell two girls. Like I'll sell my speech for $500, and if they want like practice, they can come over, and then I'll like train
Wait,
them.
you train girls.
You could train. Yeah, this is hustler.
Yeah, I used to train girls, and they would go on my calls for 2 weeks. They would pay me $500 for my speech, and then for the 2 weeks, they weren't allowed to keep any of the tips. I kept all the tips.
Wow.
I'm doing something.
Yeah,
She's like
but
a madam.
I do
She's like a-
mention for
I'm
that,
doing something wrong.
because you have to. There's so many. Like I know every answer to every question the guy's going to say to get
Yeah.
around.
It's like a
so I can-
salesperson. It's like a script.
I want
She's writing a
Yeah.
script.
I want a peanut butter cup up my
I got
ass.
a
What
good
do you say?
product here.
Anyways,
Well, actually, you're welcome to come on when you write that book. You're welcome to come on and
Yes,
just let
to
my town
promote it.
anytime. Promote it.
do you want to plug anything? Is that a thing for you?
Yeah, do you wanna
wanna
advertise
promote
your,
anything?
services?
Advertise anything? I mean, I know we're out in
No,
Canada.
I don't.
Well, this was interesting.
If you're
Regardless,
if you're ever visiting Austin, Texas,
yes. If any of
If
our
I-
fans are in Texas, hit up Sarah.
hit up Sarah.
I mean, I guess maybe they would want to get ripped off. I mean, if you want
Oh,
to.
Yeah,
Jeez.
if you like getting humiliated.
Well, honestly, the honesty is the best
You
policy.
get some good banter. I'm pretty funny.
Okay, yeah.
She's witty.
Thank you.
If you like witty banner, getting for $900.
If I have like a couple drinks and I go in, they're welcome because I am extra funny and I'm like
Oh.
a little bit nicer.
So have some Mickeys when she shows up, guys. If anyone's listening out in Texas.
What are Mickey's? Are those just beers?
Those are little mini shot glasses, or like the little mini
15-ounce
drinks.
drink?
Yeah, 15 ounce or 20 ounce drinks.
The Mickey's.
Mickey's. It's a Canadian.
I think a Mickey in Texas is big. Isn't it?
Yeah, that is. But I might be wrong.
Isn't the Texas Mickey like the big ones that are in the stands that you have like, that you have to pour from?
Correct. I think that's what we call them here. They don't call that. They call that Friday.
Yeah. Well, Ashley, thanks for coming on our Christmas special. And Merry Christmas and Happy
Merry
Holiday
Christmas.
to you, Rambo, and all your loved
thanks
ones.
for having me on. I had so much fun.
That was too
You're
much
welcome
for me
the
to
bigger
dissect.
story.
Oh, you're the best, Ashley. Those were great. I mean, I'm sure you got a million of them. We should have Ashley back on another time.
Next time she's down in town, we'll have her in studio.
When Mike needs a little mentally prepare for this. I think he shook him up a little bit.
No, I just shocked a little bit on people's.
I think he wasn't prepared to handle what you just told him.
I like the Snickers.
Oh, the Snickers.
No, the Snicker. I'm
Or
okay
just,
with.
I think
was
in
okay
general,
with that one.
of this hustle game, he was dubious that you could pull
It
this
is
off.
so mind blowing that I got an in on it. It's just been really nice. I've traveled.
Congratulations.
I think
I am very thankful that I found my little niche.
I know. I wouldn't tell too many people about this. I think people are
it's
going
too
to
late.
jump in on your game and it's going to ruin the whole industry. You know what I mean? Now no one's.
Oh no, some guys. So yeah, some guys will tell me that they got ripped off before. I'm like, good. Some girls know the game.
No, they know the game. Yeah.
There are a bunch of girls that still kind of work like me but there's still so many girls that hook up with guys that guys don't think to ask me more questions. Like, hey, what am I going to get for that $1,000?
Right.
They're just like, oh, here you go, full service. That's okay.
You're full service. I've learned. I'm never going out with any escorts.
You got to be very specific. I want to fuck, and for this much money.
Well, there are all these different lingos. It's like, okay, is it GFE, like girlfriend experience? I'll
Right.
even say yes to that. And I'm like, look, I take all your money and spend
Exactly, 100%. 100%.
That's most girlfriends' experiences.
You
Take all your
are
money.
going to take all your money and you're going to lay there and jerk
I'm
off
not
by
gonna fuck
yourself. 100%.
That sounds about right.
Carl's in the lifestyle. He's a swinger.
Was.
No, he was. He's no longer. He's single now. He's a single swinger.
Single swinger.
Anyways, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Ashley.
Ashley, Merry
Bye.
Christmas.
Hope
Wonderful
y'all
meeting
stay
you. Merry
healthy.
Christmas.
Thank you. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah,
Merry
we'll
Christmas.
see you later.
Merry Christmas from Angels.
Talk to you later, Ashley.
Stay safe.
Bye, y'all.
Stay
Bye,
safe. That's
y'all.
right. Yes.
I love that she said bye, y'all.
Yeah, no shit. Anyways, that
was great. That was
a little
Ashley.
too much. Carl, what do you got for plugs? Anything you're in?
No plugs. No
Probably
plugs.
offensive.
Nothing. You got nothing you're in? No Christmas movies?
Lots
no
of stuff coming out for Christmas movies. Those like Hallmark, Lifetime ones. If you watch those, I'm in a few of them. Royal Queen's Christmas, Christmas on Mistletoe Lake.
Yeah, I've heard of all these.
All those, all those same ones.
Those sound like Hallmark movies. You know?
Yeah, Hallmark, Lifetime, same thing.
You know, more people watch that than normal good movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Dig it? Yeah. He's gonna be
There's
a
few
big
of them.
star. He's
Big
a
star. Big bright shining star.
He's the big time when it comes to extra work.
There we go. Anyways,
He's your background guy.
Carl's got the movies coming out. Check out his Christmas shows, movies. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Thank
Christmas
you,
to
Ashley.
and to all our fans. Make sure you guys buy a T-shirt this holiday season.
Did we mention our charity concert?
There's a charity concert coming up.
June, I think. We haven't penciled in the dates.
We haven't.
Penciled in June.
Yeah, we're not firm on. No, I thought we were gonna do summer, July.
June, July. We haven't picked a date yet. It's coming.
It's coming up.
Charity
We've got-
event.
Yeah, we got major headliners, musical acts.
Yep.
It's gonna be. We haven't.
Where it's very baby, infant stage.
We've confirmed some of the act. We haven't confirmed the venue quite yet.
We're on it. We're on it.
But it's gonna be a big act.
Stay tuned.
It's gonna be a big show.
Merry Christmas.
Stay tuned. Stay up for updates. So like, subscribe, and watch the show.
Do something. Do something. You can only get that information here.
Right here on this show.
Merry Christmas. Man.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys. Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you. Cheers, everyone.
All right.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I like your name a lot.